Here is a powerful truth. Society is not something far away from us. Society is us. Every day, through our thoughts, emotions, words, and actions, we shape the atmosphere around us. So when we ask what is wrong with the world, we should also ask what we are bringing into it. If you ask people how society is doing, the answers are often negative. They say people are divided, stressed, confused, angry, and lost. But then ask those same people if they are personally happy, and many will say yes. That reveals a strange contradiction. If society is made of people like us, then why do we talk about it as if it were separate from our own lives? Why do we describe the world as broken, while refusing to see our part in creating it? This is the real crisis. Many minds are trained to notice what is wrong first. We see what is missing, what is unfair, what should change, and who is to blame. News, social media, and daily conversation often push us in that direction. Bad news travels fast. Anger gets attention. Criticism sounds intelligent. Over time, negativity begins to feel normal. And from that mindset, two habits grow. The first is constant complaint. People complain about the weather, traffic, work, money, politics, family, and small daily discomforts. Sometimes it even feels strange to simply say, "I'm doing well." Complaint becomes a reflex. But the problem is not only that it sounds unpleasant. The deeper problem is that it trains us to focus on problems without creating solutions. It drains energy. It weakens initiative. It turns life into a series of excuses. The second habit is endless opinion. Everyone has a theory about everything. Everyone knows what society, the government, schools, families, or other people should do. We become experts at judging the outside world while avoiding one essential question: what am I doing? This creates a kind of inner stagnation. We wait for the world to improve before we allow ourselves to feel strong, hopeful, or peaceful. And that is how we give away our power. If your well-being depends on the weather, the economy, the news, or other people changing first, then your life is always controlled by circumstances. But real strength begins when you stop living like a victim and start living like a protagonist. A victim blames, complains, waits, and justifies. A protagonist takes responsibility. A victim asks, "Why is this happening to me?" A protagonist asks, "What can I do now?" Knowledge matters. Skill matters. Talent and experience matter too. All of them are valuable. But they only add. Attitude multiplies. If attitude is 0, everything else loses force. If attitude is negative, even great ability can produce poor results. But when attitude changes, everything begins to change with it. And this change does not begin with a big speech or a perfect plan. It begins in your own space, your own square meter. That means your words, your behavior, your reactions, and the energy you bring into each room. You are the leader of that space. You decide what lives there: respect or disrespect, gratitude or complaint, hope or cynicism, kindness or indifference. That is where real influence starts. People do not learn mainly from advice. They learn from example. Every action teaches something. Every reaction sends a message. If we want more respect, we must show respect. If we want honesty, we must be honest. If we want a better future for the next generation, we cannot keep telling them that nothing can change. That kind of message becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. It teaches weakness before life even begins. Energy spreads. Pessimism spreads. Fear spreads. Bitterness spreads. But optimism spreads too. Courage spreads. Generosity spreads. Responsibility spreads. The question is not only what you say. The deeper question is, what does your presence communicate? Each morning, life gives us a small but powerful choice. Do we begin the day with resistance or willingness? Do we focus on what we lack or on what we already have? Do we feed frustration or possibility? Heaven and hell are not only places. They are also states of mind, ways of seeing, and ways of living. And often, the distance between them is a decision. One of the strongest ways to make that decision is gratitude. Real gratitude, not empty words. Think about the things people often take for granted. Water, safety, health, sleep, movement, friendship, love, and the chance to begin again. The moment you truly notice what you already have, your inner world changes. You move from scarcity to abundance. You stop asking only what is missing and begin to recognize what is present. You may not be able to change the whole world today, but you can change the world you touch. You can change the tone of a conversation, the mood of a home, the spirit of a workplace, the example you give to others. So ask yourself, what does your square meter emit? Complaint or hope? Excuses or action? Fear or conviction? The world changes one person at a time, one attitude at a time, one square meter at a time. Start with yours. Have a nice day.